Paul, I'm freaking out because I bought Alibaba. A lot of people that I love, Sven Carlin likes Baba. Manish Pabrai likes Baba.
Charlie Munger
likes Baba. Paul Gabriel has turned a page and started falling in love, mildly fondling Baba a couple weeks ago.
Today I put some on.
Now it's down, Paul, and I need you to fondle my thumbs up.
I bought some today
because I'm freaking out. If you have Baba and you're freaking out, a very, very popular stock in Chinese company. It's hit its 52-week low. Mo is saying on the morning show that it's going to drop even more, Paul. I am sharding my pants. Why should I be
Is that what the charts are showing?
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I'll go through it, but I decided to buy Baba too today.
So I bought Baba, and here's what I want to get into. Our previous video, which you can see, today's July 27th. I don't know when we did our last video, but since then, the stock has plummeted.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you out there who sit there and go, stocks won't go down, look at this. Just in October and November, Alibaba was $317 a share.
Yeah.
As of this morning, it is $184, $185.
$182 now.
$182 a share.
I'm freaking out.
Okay. Now, I don't believe in just mimicking successful investors. However, my biggest concern on Alibaba was the reporting of numbers out of China.
Yes.
The SEC came out this year and said they're going to require any company overseas from China who is listed in the U.S. to have U.S. auditors audit them and pay attention to their SEC rules. That made me feel better. On top of that, Sven Carlin, who's a local guy on YouTube, which we respect a lot, Manish Pabrai and Charlie Munger are big fans. Charlie Munger thinks that the whole idea of worrying about Chinese numbers is a little over-exaggerated, which he's probably right. And I've said that in a few videos. So it did qualm my issues with the numbers. So I decided to put an order in today for Alibaba because of the big drop.
Go on.
I also sold puts in for August, September, and January at $100 and $150 strike prices in case it keeps plummeting. So I'm being paid money for the option just for somebody to force me to buy the stock at future prices, at future dates, at lower prices. Now, did I put a big chunk of my money? I put about 1% of my 0.75% of my capital into Alibaba today. But I want to build a position of around 3% in it at some point if the stock keeps going further south. Now, let's go back through the numbers here. I'm just going to skip the 8 pillars because you can sit there and look. Now, this PE and price to free cash flow. X's. What's the big key here? Why do I still like Alibaba? It's the growth story. So for everybody out there who says, Paul doesn't understand growth, that's what I have to say to you. It's the growth in this company that makes it a winner. It has growth potential. I don't care about this high PE or this high price of free cash flow. The growth potential is insane. Okay? They have a lot of growth. They're the number one marketplace. And in China, the average person still makes several thousand a year. They haven't even grown economically. If this company stays the leader, like Amazon did, this could be one of the biggest companies in the world someday. Very, very soon. It's a $500 billion market cap, which is one of the biggest companies in the world. It could very well become the biggest company in the world just based on that. Now, it doesn't mean I just pay whatever price for it. Then I have to sit here and go to the stock analyzer tool, which we'll look at. But in the meantime, look at this revenue growth, guys. 24 billion, 110 billion. That's in the last 5 years, right?
How about profit?
6.7 to 23 billion. Huge numbers. Even last year with COVID, they still had slight gains.
Yep.
Shares outstanding, slightly up, but not a ton. 2.54 to 2.71. So I'm not as concerned about that. It's not like it's massive dilution. It's still pretty reasonable.
Current assets over current liabilities.
$100 billion in cash, $58 billion in liabilities, and total liabilities of $95 billion. So they can use all their cash equivalents to pay off all of their debts in full.
Check, please.
That is one of the best things you can find. This basically means that the company is coming to you debt-free.
This is a different Paul Gabriel I'm seeing about Baba. We were hesitant about this for so long.
Why was I hesitant?
It was the accounting reason.
The accounting is
everything
everything
else made sense. And I texted Paul this morning and I said, Paul, this to me, like this fall is so incredible and so fast. And I think this has to do with the overwhelming excitement and the overwhelming fear. And this is the fear. And this is
the
where
fear.
you go
And I will be honest with you guys, I hate saying it, but I am relying on Charlie Munger saying if he is okay with the accounting of Alibaba, I'm okay with it as well. I'm not buying it because Charlie Munger is buying it. I did our own analysis and we came up with the numbers. And I always said in the last video, If you believe the numbers, this is a buy.
That's true.
After seeing
If
Munger
you believe it, so I sit there and say when Munger says it and a few other guys say it, I'm going to.
It gives a little confidence.
It gives us confidence. It doesn't sit there and if I had reason to believe it wasn't true, like genuine reason, and they said it was true, I would hold back and not buy. But my only thing is I don't know. So when I see people I respect really believe in it, I have to sit there and go, okay, that answers the question for me.
If looking at numbers resonates with you and you like access to this software, you can get it through our Patreon, and in the future, get it through our Everything Money website. At the moment, if you join our Patreon, you can have the software. You can look at these numbers. You can look at any company you like very quickly. You can save companies. It's an incredible software. Our patrons are really enjoying it. We will show you the stock analyzer tool at the moment, but join the Patreon. The numbers, the Patreon goes up every single month. The tiers fill, and we increase prices, and we have 44. Paul, our subscriber to Patreon count is completely absurd. Most likely one of the best on YouTube.
I bet you it is the best on YouTube.
Absolutely, because we give so much value. I
guarantee we have over 7% of our subscribers, That's 1 in every 14 people who subscribes to our channel buys our software.
It's amazing.
That's incredible. Look at this, guys. Mobile app. You can do this on the go. 8 pillars, 30 years of financial data, stock analyzer tool. Daily content we'll be giving people on this mobile website. Access to us, real estate calculator, stock screeners, retirement calculator, Discord community. You can talk to everybody about your investment ideas. Guys, it was $8. It's now going to $49. There are a lot of people out there who paid $8 for the software, and they're going to get it forever.
Amazing.
You get all of this versus our competitors. We created this because everybody's like, what do you have? I'm like, I use Y charts. Look what we give versus Y charts. Y charts only gives 2 of the things that we give. It's incredible. 80 cents a day. You can afford it. If you're serious about investing, this is what to do.
Mo, are people trading Alibaba? You talk about this on your morning show. Mo goes live every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. And tell me what you have on a Baba update, baby.
So this morning I said, and this is the daily chart, and I want to pull this up because I want to show you guys the moving averages. It's way under all of them. And there's no resistance. I mean, there's no support until this 165 and then $150. So right now, you kind of look like it's kind of in a free fall because this is your candle right here. So do I think it's going to drop there? I have no idea. And if it does, good. We sold puts there and we're going to capitalize there. But right now, this to me right now is more of a value play than a chart play. Because even if you short this right now, something could come that changes because China's the big talk and could be boom, right back up here at $210 a share. So day trading, there's a lot of people that are making money on this day trading because you're having these 5% moves each day. Go capitalize on it if you're not going to do it from a value standpoint.
If you're interested in trading, you can join the Business Nation and start trading today, and you'll get alerts from Mo to let you know why and when you should be buying and selling. Go ahead, Paul, the stock analyzer tool.
So guys, this stock analyzer tool will show you the 1, 5, and 10-year data. If it doesn't have 10 years because the stock hasn't been around, it's there. Revenue growth was in 40% and 45%. I put in 20, 25, and 30% revenue growth.
Conservative.
Half. Share change. I assume they're going to issue 1% more shares for the next 7 years. Profit margin. I went 20, 22, and 24. Lower than everything they have. Free cash flow as a percentage. Same thing. PE, 12, 15, 18. Returns, 15, 12 and a half, 10. Guys, this is as conservative as it get. The stock is currently at 182. It's actually even lower than the current, than the low price is still higher than the current price. I'm a buyer. That's it. Check. If you believe the numbers, which I do feel confident in them based on what the people I respect do, I'm buying the stock all the way down. I put a position in today for about 0.75% of my money. I'm going to keep selling puts and probably add as time goes on.
What are we talking? $100,000 in Baba or something?
Well, we're not going to discuss the exact numbers, but I'll have to talk to my daddy who gives me money, of course.
But it's an S ton of money.
As somebody says on, as one of the idiots on the other channel says.
Okay, well, if Dad approves this buy.
I already did it. I didn't have to ask Daddy for approval.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, you know. Daddy lets me have my allowance this week.
And what you've done with it. All right. Well, that is our take on Alibaba. Mo, final thoughts. What do you think?
I think this is going to turn out to be something good. That my only question on this company was the accounting. I'm over it. I'm all in on this company.
When this was, most of the YouTubers were making a lot of videos when this was upwards in very high prices. And now that obviously since it's fallen, we've been more in love with it, Paul. I mean, I guess that's the whole gist of the channel, folks.
I mean, Seth, look at this. If this company is able to do 30% revenue growth and assume all my assumptions, which I don't think my high assumptions were crazy high. Look at the high assumption on free cash flow as a percentage. The highest assumption was still lower than the
Actual.
The actual. We have a $700 stock here. That's a four-banger right there. Buying it today.
I just sent out a message to the Bid and Ask Nation. Since we started this video, the price dropped another $1. And I'm just like, guys, this fear is
it 181?
Incredible. It's 181 now, yeah. And I'm just like, this fear is incredible. I hope it keeps going. I hope the stock price keeps falling.
So here's
lower.
the question.
That's great.
What I have to decide is, how do I make a purchase, which I already did, but also build a position as time goes on while it goes down and maybe goes back up again? Like, that's the hard part, guys. I have to sit there. The hard part of investing is picking your strategy of how you're going to enter and exit a stock. That's the hardest part. Entering to me is the hardest part. Exiting is the easy part.
That's why I was late today. I was trying to figure out how am I going to enter this thing.
So I just made an initial position. I said, okay, listen, I'm just going to dollar cost. I made an initial position and sold puts.
Yeah.
If it goes up to 200, I'll probably buy some more. I'll probably sit there and buy a little bit at a time every month or so when my options expire and keep rolling with it.
Yep.
That is our take on Baba. Intriguing. This now got into our sweet spot, Paul.
Isn't
It
it
was
crazy?
funny. We were kind of against this.
Paul,
for
it'll
many months.
never
So for
go
those
to
of you-
180. It'll never go to 180.
And those
You're
of
an
you-
idiot. Oh, cool.
And those of you that say that we don't buy stocks, well, we just bought one. So when you run out of money because you're complaining that we're giving you too many stocks to buy, don't complain at that point either.
They'll never, 8 months ago when we did a stock, I'm sure somebody would, I'm like, yeah, it's worth 180 to me.
It'll never go
never
to
get
180.
Is that a nice voice that I have there?
So annoying. That is our take on Alibaba. My son owns shares. I own shares. I too am like you, Paul. In the cloning method of Manish Pabrai. If people I really, really love their investing style, I can fall in love with this. So
No, remember, that's not what I'm doing.
it's-
I'm sitting there saying, if the people that I respect believe the numbers, I will do my own analysis on the numbers. But if they believe the numbers, I'm confident in that. I'm not making my decision based on that. I'm making my decision on trusting the numbers. My only hurdle was, do I trust the numbers?
Yes.
And 3 people I respect trust the numbers. I'm okay trusting the numbers.
And Seth, I don't know what Sven's number is. I don't know what Charlie Munger's is, and I don't know what Manish Pabrai's number, what their value is. I have no idea. I didn't look into it at all. I don't care. What I did care about was, do they trust the numbers coming out of China? I still don't know what their value is.
Well, I'll let you know. That's interesting. Watch Sven, watch Manish, and as always, read as much as you can about Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger because they're incredible. And Paul, I just hit the chapter about Charlie Munger, chapter number 8 in Richer, Wiser, Happier, and I'm very excited about this interview. So
Seth,
go on.
That book is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I don't read it all, but that book is incredible.
I literally sat in my office yesterday listening to that book the whole day
That
and
British-
reading it at the
He
same
did
time.
the version you did. I tried to do it for 2 seconds. I'm like, I can't.
You can't do it?
am-
Oh, wow. It's
It's
I
incredible.
don't think I was
Incredible.
focused
Right,
enough to
it's
do. I don't
awesome.
think I was focused. What Seth does, guys, is he listens to the audio while reading. I don't think I was giving it the time I need to give it, but either way.
Man, is that a good book.
Good book. So get the book, and you'll learn a lot of things. That the first thing I when you read Richer, Wiser, Happier, the first thing I texted Paul said, "Man, all these value investors who slay the market over the past 100 years, they all sound exactly like
the
you,
same.
Paul."
I sound exactly like them. We sound like each other.
Everybody sounds the same.
And so, yes, the people I trust, including Paul and Mo, are falling in love with Baba, and I am too. So, yeah, this could be incredible. So stay tuned, guys. We'll keep updating this. Join the Patreon. We'll see you in the Discord. And tickle the thumbs up on the way out. You know I love you. Bye, guys.